Hi there, this is Sir Joven and welcome to our another math lesson. In this video, we are going to discuss about addition and subtraction of fractions using the different methods. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to add and subtract fractions and mix fractions without and with regrouping. But before we proceed with our main topic, let us recall first some of these important classification of fractions. First, one whole or a whole fraction. These are fractions having the same numerator and denominator. Examples are 4/4 and 7/7. Unit fractions. These are fractions having 1 as their numerator. Examples are 1/4, 1/5, and 1/9. Similar fractions. These are fractions having the same denominators. Examples: 2/9, 5/9, and 7/9. Dissimilar fractions. These are fractions having different denominators. Examples: 2/5, 5/9, and 3/7. Proper fractions. These are fractions in which the numerator is lesser than the denominator. Examples of proper fractions are 2/3, 5/8, and 4/7. Improper fractions. These are fractions in which the numerator is greater than the denominator. Examples of improper fractions are 7/3, 6/2, and 10/7. Another one is the equivalent fractions. These are two or more fractions with equal value. Examples of equivalent fractions are 1/2, 2/4, and 3/6. We can get the equivalent fractions if we are going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator with the same number. For example, if we are going to multiply 1/2 by 2/2, we can get 2/4. Also, if we are going to multiply 1/2 by 3/3, we can get 3/6. Another way to get the equivalent fractions is to divide both the numerator and the denominator with the same number. For example, if we are going to divide 3/6 by 3/3, we get 1/2. And also, if we are going to divide 2/4 by 2/2, we can get 1/2. So looking at this picture, we can see that 1/2, 2/4, and 3/6 have the same area occupied, or they have the same value. Lastly are the mixed fractions or the mixed numbers. These are combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. Examples of mixed numbers are 2 and 1/3, 4 and 2/5, 1 and 4/7. And now, let's proceed to our main topic, and that's addition and subtraction of fractions. Una nating tatalakayin ay tungkol sa kung paano mag-add at mag-subtract ng mga similar fractions or mga fractions na magkakatulad ng denominators. Halimbawa, 2/4 plus 1/4. So here are the steps to add similar fractions. Simply add the numerators. So, ang numerators natin sa example ay 2 at saka 1. So, i-add natin sila. Next, draw a fraction bar. Next, copy the common denominator. So, ang common denominator nila dyan ay 4. So, kukopyahin lang natin yan. Hindi natin i-add ang dalawang denominators. So, 2 plus 1, that's 3 over 4, or 3/4. Next, reduce the answer to the lowest term if possible. So, kapag mayroon pang common number na pwede makapag-divide sa numerator at saka sa denominator, you have to do that para ma-reduce ang answer natin sa lowest term. Pero kung wala na, so yan na ang ating final answer. Next, paano naman mag-subtract ng mga similar fractions? Halimbawa, 5/6 minus 2/6. So, the same step to subtract similar fractions. Simply subtract the numerators. So, that's 5 minus 2. Then, draw a fraction bar. Next step, copy the common denominator. So their common denominator is 6. Next, simplify. 5 minus 2, that's 3. Then copy the common denominator, which is 6. So our answer is 3/6. But this is not the final answer. So we have to reduce the answer since may common number pang pwede makapag-divide sa 3 at saka sa 6. So, para ma-reduce sa lowest term ang ating sagot, kailangan nating i-divide ang 3 at saka 6 ng kanilang greatest common factor or greatest common divisor, which is 3. So, divide natin ang 3 by 3, that's 1. While 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. So, our final answer is 1/2. Next is addition of dissimilar fractions. Paano naman mag-add kung magkaiba ang denominators ng mga fractions? Halimbawa, 1/4 plus 5/6 is equal to. So maraming paraan sa pag-add ng mga dissimilar fractions. Isa na dito ay ang paggamit ng kanilang LCD. To add dissimilar fractions, we need to find first their LCD. Ang LCD, in other words, ay siya ring LCM or least common multiple ng ating mga denominators. So sa ating given, ang mga denominators natin dyan ay 4 at saka 6. At ang kanilang LCM or LCD ay 12. Next step, rename them to similar fractions. So to rename them to similar fractions, we are going to divide the LCD by the denominators of each fraction. So first, i-divide natin ang 12 by the denominator of the first fraction, which is 4. So 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. And then, we are going to multiply the result by the numerator, which is 1. So 3 times 1, we get 3. Susulat natin ang sagot sa itaas ng ating fraction bar. And then, i-divide natin ulit ang 12 by the denominator of another fraction, which is 6. So 12 divided by 6 is equal to 2. Then, we are going to multiply the result with the numerator, which is 5. So 2 times 5, that's equal to 10. So, at that point, similar fractions na yan sila. Next step, add as in adding similar fractions and reduce the answer to the lowest term if possible. So, since similar fractions na sila, pwede na natin silang i-simplify. So, 3 plus 10, that is equal to 13. And then, copy their common denominator, which is 12. And now, since ang ating numerator ay mas malaki pa kaysa sa ating denominator, kailangan natin silang i-simplify. So, if we are going to divide 13 by 12, we will get 1 and a remainder of 1. So, our final answer is 1 and 1 over 12, or 1 and 1/12. Another way to add dissimilar fractions is by using the butterfly method. Paano naman itong butterfly method? So, halimbawa, ang ating given ay 1/4 plus 5/6. So, una natin gagawin ay i-cross multiply natin ang numerator ng ating unang fraction sa denominator ng ating second fraction. So, that's equal to 1 times 6. Sunod, copy the operation, that's addition. Sunod, i-multiply naman natin ang numerator ng ating second fraction sa denominator ng ating first fraction. So that's equal to 4 times 5. Next, i-multiply natin ang ating mga denominators. So that's equal to 4 times 6. And now, pwede na nating i-simplify ang ating mga operations. So 1 times 6, that's equal to 6, plus 4 times 5, that's equal to 20. Then sa denominator, 4 times 6, that's equal to 24. Sunod, simplify. 20 plus 6, that's equal to 26. Then copy the denominator, which is 24. Since 26 and 24 ay may common divisor pa, so pwede pa natin yan silang ma-reduced into lowest term. So we are going to divide them by 2. 26 divided by 2, that's equal to 13. While 24 divided by 2, that's equal to 12. So our answer is 13 over 12 or 1 and 1/12. Paano naman mag-subtract ng mga dissimilar fractions? So, kagaya ng addition of dissimilar fractions, pwede rin natin gamitin ang LCD at saka ang butterfly method. So, una, by using the LCD. So, for example, our given is 5/9 minus 1/3. So, to subtract dissimilar fractions, we need to find first their LCD. Again, ang LCD ay siya ring LCM ng ating mga denominators. So, sa ating given, ang denominators ay 9 at saka sa 3 at ang kanilang LCM or LCD ay 9. Next step, we are going to rename them to similar fractions. So, para ma-rename sila into similar fractions, kailangan nating i-divide ang kanilang LCD by their denominators. So, una, ang 9, i-divide natin sa denominator ng unang fraction, which is 9. So, 9 divided by 9 is equal to 1. And then, multiply the result to the numerator, which is 5. So, 1 times 5, we get 5. Sulat ang sagot sa itaas na fraction bar. Next step, divide 9 by the denominator of the second fraction, which is 3. 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. And then, i-multiply ang sagot sa numerator, which is 1. So, 1 times 3 is equal to 3. And at that point, similar fractions na yan sila. So, we can proceed to the next step. Subtract as in subtracting similar fractions. So 5 minus 3, that's equal to 2. Then copy the common denominator, which is 9. And lastly, reduce the answer to the lowest term if possible. So mayroon pa ba ang common numbers na pwedeng makapag-divide sa 2 at sa 9? I guess wala na. So that's the final answer. Therefore, 5/9 minus 1/3 is equal to 2/9. Next, we are going to try to find the difference between 5/9 and 1/3 by using the butterfly method. So, una, i-multiply natin ang numerator ng ating first fraction sa denominator ng ating second fraction. So, that's 5 times 3. Next, copy the operation, that's minus. Then, multiply the denominator of our first fraction with the numerator of our second fraction. So that's 9 times 1. For the denominator, we are going to multiply the two denominators. So that's 9 times 3. Now, we can simplify the operations. 5 times 3, that's 15. Bring down the operation. 9 times 1, that's 9. For the denominator, 9 times 3, that's equal to 27. Next, 15 minus 9, that's equal to 6. Then copy their common denominator, which is 27. So 6 and 27 can be reduced to the lowest term by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by their greatest common factor, which is 3. So 6 divided by 3, that's equal to 2, while 27 divided by 3 is equal to 9. Therefore, 5 ninths minus 1/3 is equal to 2 ninths. Next is addition of mixed fractions. Paano natin i-add ang mga fractions na may kasamang mga whole numbers? Halimbawa, 2 and 1/4 plus 3 and 1/2 equals. So maraming paraan para mag-add ng mga mixed fractions. Isa na dito ay ang pag-change ng mga mixed fractions to improper fractions. So paano mag-change ng mixed fractions to improper fractions? Una, i-multiply natin ang divisor ng fraction sa kanyang whole number. So that's 4 times 2 equal to 8. And then, i-add natin ang result sa kanyang numerator. So 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. Then, copy the denominator, which is 4. Next, copy the operation, that's addition. Then, the same process, change 3 and 1/2 into improper fractions. So, you multiply the 2 to its whole number, which is 3. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. And then, i-add ang result sa kanyang numerator, which is 1. So, 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. Then, copy the denominator. Now, our new equation is 9/4 plus 7/2. Then, add following the steps on addition of fractions. Since fractions natin ay dissimilar fractions, so pwede natin gamitin ang LCD at saka butterfly method sa pag-solve na kanilang sum. So in this example, I will be using the LCD, which is 4. Now, to get 9, we are going to get 9, we are going to divide 4 by 4, that's 1. Then multiply the answer to 9. So that's why we get 9. Then to get 14, I divided 4 by 2, so that's 2. Then multiply the result to 7. That's why I get 14. Now simplify. 9 plus 14, that's 23. Then copy the denominator, which is 4. Since 23 and over 4 is not yet in the lowest term, so we can reduce that by dividing 23 by 4. If we are going to divide 23 by 4, we can get 5 and a remainder of 3. So our final answer is 5 and 3/4. Another way to solve this equation is you arrange the fractions vertically, and then pwede mo nang i-add ang mga whole numbers. So that's 2 plus 3, that's equal to 5. Now, i-add mo na lang ang mga natirang fractions. So pwede mong gamitin ang LCD or ang butterfly method. If we are going to use the LCD, we will get 4. And for the first fraction, 4 divided by 4, that's 1 times 1. That's equal to 1. For the second fraction, 4 divided by 2, that's 2 times 1. And the numerator is 2. Since 1/4 and 2/4 are similar fractions, so pwede na natin silang i-add. So 1 plus 2, we'll get 3, then copy their common denominator. So our final answer is the same. That's 5 and 3/4. Same process may be applied when we are going to subtract mixed fractions. So for example, given 5 and 1/2 minus 3 and 3/4 equals. So we can change the mixed fractions to improper fractions. So ulit, para ma-change ang mixed fraction to improper fraction, kailangan nating i-multiply ang denominator ng isang fraction sa kanyang whole number. So that's 2 times 5 is equal to 10. Then add the result to its numerator, which is 1. So 10 plus 1, that's equal to 11. Then copy the denominator. Next, copy the operation subtraction. The same process with the other fraction. Multiply the denominator to its whole number. So that's 4 times 3, which is equal to 12. Then add the result to its numerator, which is 3. So 12 plus 3, that's equal to 15. Then copy the denominator, which is 4. Then subtract following the steps on subtraction of fractions. So you can use butterfly method or the LCD. So if we are going to use the LCD, we will get 4. And our new numerators are 22 and 15. So 22 minus 15, that's equal to 7 over 4. 7 over 4 or 7/4 is not yet in the lowest term. So we are going to reduce them by dividing 4 to 7. So 7 divided by 4, that's equal to 1 and 3/4. We can also solve the equation by arranging the given vertically. So that's 5 and 1/2 minus 3 and 3/4 equals. So at this point, unahin natin subtract ang mga fractions. Since ang 1/2 at 3/4 ay dissimilar fractions, so kailangan natin kunin ang kanilang LCD para ma-change natin sila into similar fractions. So LCD of 2 and 4 is 4. Now, to change them into similar fractions, kailangan nating i-divide ang LCD by the denominator of every fraction. So 4 divided by 2, that's 2. And then multiply the result with its numerator. So 2 times 1, that's equal to 2. And for the second fraction, 4 divided by 4, that's equal to 1. And then 1 times 3, that's equal to 3. So our new fraction is 2/4 minus 3/4. Subalit, hindi pa tayo pwedeng mag-subtract sapagkat ang 2 ay mas maliit sa 3. So, ang gagawin natin ay magbaborrow tayo ng 1/2 dito sa 5. So, 5 minus 1 will become 4. At sa right side ng 2/4 ay maglalagay tayo or mag-add tayo ng fraction na equivalent to 1/2. Para mas madali, piliin natin ang fraction na similar sa ating mga naunang fractions. So, ibig sabihin ko ng similar ay magkatulad ng denominator sa ating mga naunang fraction. So, that's 4. And then, since 1 ang iniram natin sa 5, kailangan magkatulad ang denominator at saka ang numerator ng ating fraction. So, that's equal to 4/4. Then, i-add natin ang 2/4 at saka 4/4. We will get 6/4. And then we will move 3/4 to the right side. Now we can subtract. So 6 here, minus 3 here, that's equal to 3/4. And now we can subtract our whole numbers. That's 4 minus 3, and that's equal to 1. So our final answer is 1 and 3/4. And that's it. For today, you've learned how to add and subtract fractions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a fantastic day to all.